Man, what a freshman season former top overall recruit Joey Epstein ended up having for Hopkins. Emerged as quarterback offensively in just his first year there in Blue Jays country, putting up 73 points on his way to All-America honors. Another special player to play under head coach Dave Pietramala. Coach Petro entering his 20th season as head coach of his alma mater, taking the team to 7 Final Fours, of course 2 national championships, but as is the case with another perennial power in Syracuse, there's been a title drought for the Jays, none since 2007. Continues to hang over the program. Tom Eschen caught up with Coach Pietramala today at the IMLCA convention in Baltimore.
Dave Pietramala, head coach of Johns Hopkins, joins us now. It's been 20 years now, is that right?
It is 20 years, actually. It's been a long time. Great 20 years, though. Great 20 years.
You're presenting this year as well, too?
I am presenting.
Yeah. I think it's How to Destroy a Defense, or was that something, How to Destroy a Defense, I believe?
I'm not the guy you want to talk about how to destroy a defense. I think that's Coach Benson. Mine is little things that destroy a defense, and much of it comes out of some of our aches and pains from the year prior. So I think it was a great exercise, maybe exercise in futility at moments, but it was a great exercise for me to go back and look at the things that we did and we didn't do, and the little things that really plagued us throughout the year. And as you watch other teams film, those same things are plaguing other people. So I thought it would be an interesting topic.
I can imagine this is a presentation you've sort of presented to your guys, maybe in a different way.
Actually, it's something that we spent our whole winter of individual workouts, going over. So it was all these little things that we felt kind of undermined us defensively last year, and areas that we really need to improve on. Most of them are fundamental parts of the game. But yeah, they are things that we shared with the guys. We shared much of the video with them and then talked about it each time we stepped on the field.
Has that sort of been the mantra maybe of this offseason? I mean, you finished up last year, it's sort of on the upswing with a couple of those big wins over Maryland, and then obviously lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament. But is that sort of just, hey, we got to get back to work here and maybe fix some of those things that you just mentioned, and looking towards 2020?
Yeah, it's been it was a summer of soul searching for staff and players. It was a fall of less talk and more do. We felt like we needed to get back to work. There's been a great focus on fundamentals, both offensively and defensively, and how those fundamentals impact the game. And it's those little details that I'll be talking about on Saturday, but it was a positive fall. We talked a lot about accountability, and that may be the largest word or the most important word that we used all summer and all fall and all winter.
And you speak to that, and if you think about a guy like Joey Epstein, who you had had some great things to say about before last season, and he comes through and leads you in points in all these categories, then you make him a captain. What's that say about him?
Well, I didn't make him a captain. The guys did. Our process for captain is they select them, and then I have the ability to add or take away, and didn't feel the need to do that in any way, shape, or form. Joey's done a great job of putting a lot of peer pressure on our team, and I mean positive peer pressure. Normally, when you hear peer pressure, you don't think of good things. He has put a lot of pressure on our guys in terms of the amount of time they're putting in, the extra time they're putting in, how detail-oriented they are, how competitive they are. I mean, this is a young man that's, he may be one of the hardest, if not the hardest worker that I've ever had, but I think the thing that's been most impressive about him, and I find myself talking more about this than I do his actual play, is how consistent he is. He does it day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. And, there are valuable lessons that his peers and his classmates and our older guys can take from that. And I think they did a good job. And I think they showed a lot of courage to elect a sophomore as a captain, because he does check most of those boxes.
Yeah, for sure, and a good guy to sort of build your program around and have in that room, which I think is great. Coach, we appreciate the time. Have a good time this weekend.
Thanks. Appreciate you having me.